I've explained how to ventilate 2x4, 4x4, 5x5, even 6x6 using single knot method with attachment and hair blend. But in today's video, I'll teach you how to ventilate 6x6 closure using double knot method with human hair. How to get a perfect middle part for your closure and how to achieve a natural hairline. And here are the material you need for the tutorial. You need a tape rule, you need a closure net, you can cut it yourself or buy already made own. You need a metallic pen, a ventilating pin, and the hair bundle you want to use. Place your net on the mannequin head and use T-pin or office pin to secure it so that it will not be lifting up when you start your ventilation or you want to make any measurements on the net. To get the base of the closure, I mean the part that will cover the back section, you are going to measure 1 inch or 1.5 inch. It depends on how wide you want it to be. On my last tutorial on 6x6 closure, I measure 1.5 inches, but in this tutorial, I'm going to use 1 inch. When you are done with the measurements, you will draw V shape just like I'm doing right now. The purpose of this is to get the direction you want your ventilation to follow. From the front section, you are going to measure 1 inch. This is the part where your natural hairline will be. To get the perfect middle part, there are 2 methods you can use. And the first method is to measure the half of the net, which is 3. If you are working with 5x5, it will be 2.5. If it's 4, you are going to measure 2 inches. When you are done with the measurements, you are going to use your metallic pen to trace that part out. That's where your middle part will be. For the second method, you are going to fold your net into 2 equal parts, just like I'm doing. Then you are going to use your finger to press that middle part down. You are going to press it down very well. After that, use your metallic pen to trace that part out. Then you have your middle part. So to start your hair ventilation, you are going to place the net back on the mannequin head and use T-pin or office pin to secure it so that it will not be lifting up when you start your ventilation. You are going to cut small pieces out of the hair. After that, you cut the wefts. Then you use your hand to bring small pieces out because we only need the longer part for the hair ventilation. When you are done separating both, you are going to pick small pieces out of the hair. Then you comb it out to make sure it's tangle free. After that, you are going to fold it into 2. Make sure one end is longer than the other because you don't want your ventilation to be too short. Then you pinch and twist. After that, you use your finger to bring some hair out so that you can see the number of hair you want to be working with. So I'm going to use the diagonal method of ventilation as usual. Instead of following the vertical line, which is the straight line, we are going to follow the slanted line. So you pass your pin through the net, bring out just 2 strands of hair, wrap your pin through the hair and pass it through the loop twice. You are going to knot the hair twice. When you are done with one hole, you leave one hole in between. Then you pass your pin through the net and bring out 2 strands of hair. And you are going to knot it twice, just like I'm doing in this video. When you are using double knot ventilation, I will advise you to use just 2 strands of hair because if the hair is too much, the knot will be visible and it will not look natural. I'm explaining this part because one of my subscribers asked in one of my short videos that will double knot method look natural, and I answer her yes. So the only reason it can look natural is not using too much hair at once, because if you use more than 2 strands of hair, the knot will be visible. So I'm done with one side of the base of the hair here. You can see how natural it is. You can hardly see the knot despite using double knot method. The next thing to do is to ventilate the other side of the net. So we are going to follow the line I drew at the beginning of this video, which is the slanted line. So you are going to pass your pin through the net and bring out just 2 strands of hair. 2 strands. Then you are going to knot it twice. So be careful when you are knotting it that you are not giving any hole in between. So you have to be gentle so that the hair will not break. Then there won't be any hole in between of that 2 knots you are making. Moving on to the spacing of the hair, when you ventilate one hole, you leave one hole, then you ventilate the next. And when you are done with one line, you are going to leave one straight line before you start ventilating the next. So the total spacing will be 1 hole and 1 straight line. I don't know if I'm making sense or you understand what I'm trying to say, but I'm going to leave you to watch if you can get what I'm trying to explain to you. So I'm finally done ventilating the base of the hair here. You can see how natural it looks like. The next thing to do is to ventilate your middle part. I've already drew a line where my middle part will be at the beginning of this video. So I'm going to ventilate a straight line closer to the line I drew from the beginning of this video. The ventilation is the same. You are going to pass your pin through the net, bring out just 2 strands of hair, wrap your pin through the hair and pass it through the loop twice. You are going to knot it twice and make sure you are not giving any space when you are knotting it to secure it. And to make sure it's well secure, you can be using your hand to be tightening it after each ventilation. Before I continue with the tutorial, I would like to inform you guys that all these wigs I'm showing right now are available for immediate pickup and can be delivered nationwide. If you have interest in these wigs, you can contact me on this phone number you are seeing on your screen. Thank you. And to the people that have been patronizing my small business from the beginning till now, God bless you. I really appreciate. You are the reason why I'm still here. God bless you. So back to the tutorial. To have that perfect middle part, you are going to leave 1 straight line or 2 straight lines in between before you start ventilating the other side. It depends on how wide you want your middle part to be. If you want it tiny or you want it to be very wide, it depends on you. So this is how it looks like when I'm done ventilating the middle part, and this is how it looks like when I'm done ventilating one side of the net. Ventilating that middle part first serves as the guideline. So I'm going to explain how I achieve that natural hairline at the front. You can see how the front looks more natural than the back section. So I'm going to explain it next. Before I get to the explanation of natural hairline, I'm trying to show you here that I'm following the same line I drew from the beginning. But in case the line is no more visible, you can draw another line to serve as guideline. So I'm going to fast forward this part, then I will explain how to get a natural hairline after this. So I'm almost done with your ventilation here, and what I'm trying to show you here is the difference between the one that have natural hairline and the one that doesn't have it. So I'm going to explain how I achieve that line. To achieve a natural hairline, the only thing that will change is the strand of hair you have been using. You are going to change from 2 strands of hair to 1 strand of hair. Since the hair ventilation is the same, you are going to pass your pin through the net, bring out just 1 strand of hair, and you are going to knot it twice, just like you have been doing before. And the spacing is the same. You leave 1 hole after ventilation and ventilate the next, and when you want to move to the next line, you are going to leave 1 straight line in between. And you have to be very careful when ventilating the front section, because 1 strand of hair is not that strong, so that the hair will not be breaking. So this is how it looks like when I'm done ventilating everything. You can see the hairline looks more natural than the back section, and this is how it looks like when I'm done straightening it and use hot comb to press it down very well. You can see the difference is clear. So we have come to the end of this tutorial. If you have interest in how to ventilate using double split knot method, please let me know at the comment section so that I can work on that tutorial. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing by clicking on the subscribe button down below. Give this video a thumbs up to help this channel out. Drop a comment, share with your friends, and turn on the notification bell to get notified whenever I drop another beautiful video. See you in my next video. Bye.